Hello and welcome to Mennaye Field, where the Cornish Pirates are going to be taking on the Worcester Warriors. Both teams are going to be pushing for that playoff spot and the atmosphere is building nicely. We kick off at 2:30, so we'll see you then.
Cornish Pirates take on Worcester Warriors.
There's going to be a huge crowd at the Mennaye this weekend.
And Bonbon going over for the try.
Jinking feet of Arthur Elton, and he is over.
We're looking forward to seeing you on Ladies' Day.
Welcome back, we are nearly ready for kick-off, but first, let's take a look at what it takes to train like a pirate. We are nearly ready for kick-off, but first, let's take a look at what it takes to train like a pirate.
It's been a season of peaks and troughs so far. We started 2 losses and a draw, then a long unbeaten run. Big dip in form, and then again we've had another rise in form, winning the last series of games.
Now we're sort of really starting to come together. The group's really tight. The boys love being around each other.
I guess it's just making sure we get the basics right. We've been good at it recently, on a winning streak, so it's just about keeping the form through the next sort of 5 odd games and making sure we can get to those playoffs.
Being in the top 6 is something we've been speaking about all year, and it's really tightly contested at the moment. Something we've been building to. What are we going to have to do? We're just going to have to keep playing the way we've been playing in this block. Take away a lot of the positives that we've reviewed, improve on where we need to improve. We're getting really cohesive, which is something that Gav talks a lot about. So I think it's a really exciting time down here at Pirates. Yeah, massive win on Saturday at Richmond. The coaches spoke about going up there a handful of times during their career and having a really tough battle. So I think at the start we started maybe not to our liking, and then we picked it up.
It was go out, be physical, be fast, and see where we get. And set piece was clinical. And look, Richmond never went away, but we just kept pressing and kept getting over the line. So I know days like that don't come often. So obviously enjoy the win.
Seems a matter of when, not if, for this Pirates side. Hallam drives over. They've breached the defence. We've got a flood of purple shirts waiting to gather the ball, and it is going to be Dan Hiscock's and ruthless display from this Pirates side.
Definitely a good time to be playing Worcester right now, on a good win streak. Energy's high, morale's high.
They've got an experienced squad. They play a good brand of rugby. Got a good set piece, good kicking game. So what happens at the top end of the league, there are teams with few chinks in their armour.
Big crowd coming down, I hear, as well for Ladies' Day. So that'll be epic. That'll get the boys riled up even more. So really awesome time for us as a group. We're really excited and we're really ready to go to battle with them.
I mean, we get great crowds, great involvement. It's just everyone wants to come down, from young kids to the adults. It's a great atmosphere down here.
If you come down to Cornwall, it's rugby country. It's a massive part of the community, and you feel that, especially when the Mennaye's packed out, which it should be for Saturday.
I'm joined here today with Susie Appleby, and it's a massive honour for me to be working with you today. As a big advocate for the women's game, this is a true honour. Today you're on comms. How different is it from being on comms for the women's game to the men's?
Well, firstly, that's very kind, Amy, and it's a real privilege for me as you drive along the seafront and everyone's buzzing because it's a massive game, from in both respects for Worcester Warriors and obviously for the Pirates. How different is it? It's not. It's the same. It's rugby. It's 15 people on either side of the ball running around, and my job is to just highlight the opportunities, some aspects of the game. I'll be joined in co-coms, which will be really nice because one of the Pirates boys will be with me. It's just to help people understand the game and kind of generate the excitement really around the game.
And we're here today for Ladies' Day. Now, unfortunately, because Pirates are a professional team, they're not allowed to have a female team. So let's just talk about how important it is to raise awareness around the women's game.
Yeah, Ladies' Day is super exciting. The Chamber of Commerce are here. You know, there'll be 2 female teams. You know, as you know, seeing the team, Guard of Honour, seeing the teams onto the field. If you talk about the women's game, so I guess at the forefront in this area in the southwest is the Exeter Chiefs women, which I was involved in recently until recently. Basically, they play in what's called the PWR competition. That's the top level of the game in England. So they're the flagship, if you like. Now, yes, you're absolutely right. As a professional outfit, Pirates and Exeter Chiefs women, they cannot have a second team. So what everybody works hard to do is basically provide a feeder opportunity. So all the teams in the southwest will basically feed in towards Exeter Chiefs, and anyone from Cornwall, Devon, you know, puts their hand up and says, "Oh yeah, I'd like to be an Exeter Chief." And you know, they might go to uni, they might be at college, but everyone works hard with the RFU to make sure there's an opportunity for these girls and women to be seen, and then to be able to go, you know what, I'm good enough to play at Exeter Chiefs, and go off and play in the PWR. So that's kind of how it works. It takes an awful lot of effort, but the pathway is there. It's brilliant, it's exciting, it's vibrant, and hopefully people can see it. You know, it's on TV now. Every single game is on TV, so you can see it and you can be it. So hugely exciting and opportunistic for any young female player.
And how different is it from the days when you played to now, do you think?
Oh my gosh, it's like night and day. It isn't. Obviously, the game is still the same. The game is amazing. That's why we do it. That's why you love it. That's why I love it. So, you know, I had the privilege of playing, you know, for my country. I then was lucky enough to be able to move from there into coaching. And, you know, it's all about loving the game. The game itself, oh my God, it's so different now. You know, if you watch women, the England Red Roses lifting the World Cup, the game against Canada was unbelievable. Canada playing against New Zealand to knock them out in the semi-final, they're unbelievable. The collisions, the skill level, the athleticism, because they're able to train as professional athletes. And I probably had the first little taste of that, funded by the National Lottery, and it was just such an unbelievable opportunity. So the game hasn't changed, the tactics haven't changed, but you know,
the support around it has.
Absolutely. You know, and you've talked about, you know, I'm sure if Pirates were allowed a women's team, you'd see people, you know, getting behind it, because that's what this area is like. The appetite in the southwest in particular is huge, not just for the game, but for men, for women, for boys, for girls. It's brilliant. So has it changed? Yes, of course it has, but at the end of the day, it's still rugby.
It is. And today we're going to be joined with loads more girls coming to watch the game today. We're an absolute sellout crowd. It's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to get started.
Absolutely, really exciting game in front of us. You've seen the boys coming in, you know, they're eating their bananas, they're getting in the zone. You've spoken to the coaches. Wow, what an opportunity we've got here down in Penzance. Can't wait.
It's amazing. Well, I'll let you get back up to your comms, and earlier on I caught up with the coaches. Gavin, you're coming into this game on fantastic form. 5 wins out 5 games. Now, the last time that you played Worcester, you had the same form,
yes,
but took a loss. So, is it payback time today?
Oh, I hope so. Now, first time round, start of the season, obviously you're building cohesion. Whereas I do feel like this time round we are playing better rugby. I've got more of a complete game. Having said that, obviously Worcester will be saying the same thing. So I think it's 2 good champ teams. I'd like to think we're going to be a lot more competitive today. At home, sun shining, Mennaye's looking great. So look, in for a good game. I'm going to back us to win today.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about Ladies' Day. How important is it for us to have days like this?
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm outnumbered in my house, a wife and 2 daughters, so seeing the pink out strong. Look, it's a great occasion. It's getting a new crowd in as well to see what the Pirates are about. We're a family club, and there's a lot of important women in our lives, so it's great to see a good show out today.
And it's going to be an amazing atmosphere here today. The Mennaye's going to be absolutely rocking. It's a sellout, and bet you guys can't wait to get started.
Yeah, the lads, like these are days. Obviously, we've earned the right to be at that end of the table, but now it's maintaining that league spot, that playoff spot. And these are the kind of games you've got to win. These are the kind of games you want to play in, kind of games you want to prepare for. So we've had a decent training week, an edgy training week, and you can sense that sort of sense of occasion as well.
And what's the team looking like?
Yeah, so we're pretty consistent. Brought Joe Elderkin in for Harry H, who picked up a knock last week. Again, John Stevens is on the bench. Our team, Milo Hallam picked up a knock, so Josh King comes in to start. But if you look at our team over the last 5 or 6 weeks, you'll see that there's a bit more consistency than the front end of the season. So I think that's why we're performing, getting those combinations together, and hopefully we can take off the same foot we left last week.
Well, let's hope that the momentum stays, and good luck.
Thanks very much.
And
Thank you.
yeah,
Have a good
hopefully
day.
I'll be congratulating you later.
Hope so. Cheers.
Tom, welcome to the Mennaye. Did you have a good trip down?
We did, yes. We travelled down yesterday afternoon, got here about 6ish, and I think a few lads have enjoyed a little bit of time in the sea as well, just to freshen up. So yeah, it's been pleasant.
Very good for the spirit. So you're going to be coming into this game in good spirits. You're on good form. You're obviously chasing for promotion.
Yeah, very exciting. Look, as we know, it's a very competitive league, and we're a team that sort of goes week by week. And I know Pirates are in good form as well, and they always back themselves at home. So they're off the back of a good result against Richmond. So yeah, we're pretty set for a pretty competitive game today.
So the last time that you guys played, Pirates had a 5 win, as they do now. So are you going to be coming in and hoping to repeat history and take their record?
Oh look, two teams in decent form. I think the conditions look like they're going to play a part. We've got a nice day for it, but it looks windy. And yeah, look, we obviously want to come down here and win, but we know that it's going to be a tricky fixture.
And what about injuries? Are you all set with a good team, or?
Oh no, look, we're fortunate. We've got a few lads back on the pitch this week, which has been really positive. Matt Rogerson, Josh Bassett, and Stephen Alaugo have come back in, which is huge for us. Just the experience that they bring, sort of driven us through the week. In addition to sort of your Lloyd Williams, your Matt Kvesic, who help out in that area as well. So look, it's positive on that front, definitely.
Perfect. Well, there's lots to take from that, and good luck for today, Tom, and I'll catch up with you post-match.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, and coming to you live from the Mennaye, it's the Cornish Pirates against Worcester Warriors. What a huge encounter this is going to be as the road ramps up to the playoffs. So looking at what we've got installed today, last night, of course, already Doncaster Knights coming out victors, 35 points to 22 over Hartbury. Today, Cambridge taking on Bedford Blues, Ampthill Rugby taking on Richmond. Here at the Mennaye, Cornish Pirates against Worcester Warriors. Up north, Coldier home to Ealing Trailfinders. London Scottish against Coventry Rugby. And tomorrow, an all-important one, Nottingham Rugby against Chinner. So looking now at the league table and the form, of course, these two teams, Cornish Pirates are on the back of 5 big wins. Can they make it 6? And then above them, of course, up at Worcester Warriors. Disappointing 2 weeks ago, but right back on form with a win last week. These teams are on fire and should be really exciting. All congested in the middle, so everything to play for. Cornish Pirates looking to secure that playoff position, and Worcester Warriors hunting down a home playoff position. So recently, the results for both sides. Cornish Pirates come in with the 5 wins that we talked about, and looking in really, really good form. And then Worcester Warriors, huge win last week up at Cambridge, but a home against Cambridge. Week before, as I said, slightly disappointing one against Nottingham Rugby, but both teams looking very, very strong and should be really confident coming to this. They want to play running rugby. The sun is out. We are raring to go. And taking a look at the teams selected today, Pirate selection, they've made 4 changes to the starting lineup. In the backs, Joe Elderkin will partner Chester Ribbons in the centre and Matty Ward starting on the wing, whilst in the pack, Sol Moody slots in at hooker and Josh King into the second row. Alfie Petch all set to make his 50th appearance today at tight head, with James French and Sol Moody completing the front row. Matt Cannon is alongside King, and the back row consists of captain Alex Everett at 6, Luke Radcliffe at 7, and the ever-present Tamiwa Ambombong at 8. The Welsh half-back pairing continues, with Dan Hiscox and Arwell Robson pulling the strings, aforementioned Ribbons and Elderkin in the centre field, and a back three of Arthur Relton and Matty Ward, with Angus Mawson at full-back today. Amongst the replacements, Billy Young and Rory Suter return to the matchday squad, with Morgan Nelson, Ben Woodmansey, John Stevens, Will Beckensall, Louis Sinclair and Harry Yates completing the 23. And here comes the away team, Worcester Warriors. Warriors have made 6 changes to their side for the trip to Cornish Pirates this weekend. Among the 6 changes, a welcome return for the first time since round 1 for Matt Rogerson. Rogerson's return sees Matt Kovacic move to open side flanker, Tim Anstey to blind side flanker, Benina Nkwacha into the second row, with Hallen Chapman lining up alongside him. The other change in the forward pack sees Fraser Balmain coming into the starting lineup at tight head prop, with Cam Meal and Austin Wallace completing the front row. Heading into the backs, Lloyd Williams comes off the bench to start at scrum half after crossing for 2 tries last weekend. Will Reid continues to pull the strings at fly half, with Rory Taylor and James Short also starting again in the centres. Winger Siva Nalago makes his first competitive start for the Warriors after returning from injury, with Joss Bassett and Will Trewin also coming into the back three. Amongst the replacements for Warriors, Archie Vaines, Levi Natave and Tiff Eden return to the matchday squad, with Ashley Challenger, Hugh Buckingham, Tabo Ndimande, Jake Garside and Juan Gonzalez completing the 23. As it is Ladies' Day, everyone is buzzing, and we can see the Guard of Honour brought to us today by the ladies from local teams Truro and Camborne as the men take the field. In the middle we have Jamie Parr blowing his whistle, supported by Mike Lamb and James Milner Woodstock. So as the teams prepare to get underway, I'm pleased to welcome, do I call you Buster Rice alongside me?
Yeah, you can call me Buster.
Oh. So Buster, just joining me here.
Hello.
Buster or Charlie, what do you prefer?
You can call me whatever you like, Buster or Charlie, whatever you prefer.
Brilliant. Lovely to have you alongside us from Pirates. And what can we expect, do you think, today?
I think it's going to be a big physical day. Our boys especially have been prepped for it. We know it's going to be a challenge, but what better weather to have it as well today, isn't it?
Absolutely. The sun is shining. We're ready to roll here at the Mennaye. We'll be with you underway in a few minutes' time. So it'll be Worcester Warriors to kick us off, playing from right to left in their blue strip. Cornish Pirates wearing the special pink for Ladies' Day, looking resplendent in pink. So Will Reid, imperious thus far this season. 26 points to his name in round 20 a week ago. 136 points this season. It goes long and to the left. Taken cleanly. First touch for Matty Ward. Counter at ruck is ferocious, but not deemed legal by the referee, so it's an early advantage.
Yeah, I think that's what we're expecting as well. First impact of that game is always going to be a big one, so to see the Worcester boys piling through that breakdown there, set on what is going to be rest for the day, I reckon.
Fabulous. And we can hear it, probably, you can feel it.
Worcester on the
line.
line.
Wind is reasonably strong today, so we'll have to see how that's going to play out. But good touch finder, early settler for the Cornish Pirates. Sol Moody be feeding at the line out. Finds his man, good early connection, and he's round to secure that line out.
I think Mauls today will definitely be a big part of Cornish Pirates' identity. Been going really well for us. We're actually second on the league for most tries converted as well, so it'll be interesting to see how Worcester defend them today.
So through the phases, out into the hands in that wide channel. Here comes a Bong Bong. He's been absolutely fantastic with his carries and his post-contact meters. Through to Robson, and it's a good busting run through the middle, out to Elderkin, little touch point. And again, just felt to have held back off the ball.
Play the man
so
before he takes
it'll be
possession of the
settling
ball.
for the boys. Buster, do you think, these early couple of minutes?
Yeah, early couple of minutes. I think Worcester are going to come with bags of line speed, so it's just really important that Pirates take their time, get set early, allows themselves enough time on the ball to make the right decisions there. Okay, not made there by Arwell Robson.
So Robson just missing his touch, however, still the advantage to their favour. They will have the line out. Just on the edge of the 22. So Chapman rose high in the last one. Will it be the same target?
Backwards by Blue.
Just not finding the target, and Worcester look to clear the lines.
Yeah, Jamie, I've got foul play here. Jamie, we've got foul play against Pirates, sorry. Against Pirates. Is it a penalty only? It's going to be more than that.
So Lloyd Williams settles for his box kick, but
Just time off, I just need to speak with my AI, he's got foul play.
coming in from the touchline.
Just give me some space for me, please. Space,
So
please,
those
lads.
opening
Thank you.
exchanges, Matt Cameron's been rising
See what we've got,
high,
mate,
and just talk to me about the drills in the week. What have you been preparing for in terms of Worcester and what they're going to bring around the line out?
Well, we know they've got really good line-out options there to defend us.
Okay, open
so
palm
it's just
to the
about
face.
working around,
So it's
trying to
a
pick
yellow
spaces
card
where they're
against
most
what
likely
player?
to not go up.
Okay,
Obviously
number
as
7
well,
from Pirates.
Hugh Buckingham
And he's being held
was
on the
once
ground
at
by what
Pirates
number?
A couple of years ago, or last season for a couple of years, and he's on the bench today. So
Captain,
we've been
and
aware
number
about
7,
that.
please.
You might know a few of the calls, so just making sure that.
So the AR's report is very
getting
clear.
and putting ourselves
A
in the
Worcester
best
player,
position
I don't
to
need
win
you now,
football.
please. Can you go away, please? Thank you. A Worcester player is holding you on the floor, okay, but what you can't do is react to push your face into his head. His arm, I know, but you can't do
So
that.
the conversation
okay?
from
So
the
I
ref
appreciate they're
is
holding
that
into you, but you can't take
he
that
does
against
appreciate
you and then
that
push your arm into his face, so it's a yellow
the
card against
Pirates
this
player
player
is being
and a penalty
held.
on the 5-metre line.
However, his retaliation is deemed to been sufficient for a yellow card to be introduced. So they'll be without Luke Ratcliffe for the next 10 minutes.
what we can't have is
As
your players
Worcester look
holding
to
players on the
clear their
floor either,
lines
so I
through
just
Will
work with
Reed.
your players,
Will
please.
Reed.
Thank you.
Good touch finder, takes them up to the 10-metre line.
10-metre line.
And we'll see what Worcester Warriors have got from this first line out.
Back by Pirates.
This time it's Pirates who steal the ball.
Use it.
Hiscox finds Moody.
Ball is available. Take a step, Worcester.
Robson there, seeing an opportunity in the far side of the field. Oh, and brilliant charge down. What's it going to...
No clear touch.
Chester Ribbons. Oh, what a fabulous bit of follow-up. Robson saw the opportunity,
13
kicked it
plays
to the
the ball
far
on the
left-hand
floor.
side. Brilliant communication with Chester
happy.
Ribbons.
Just there.
Gets after it. What an energetic start by the Pirates.
Yeah, I think you're right. Obviously, pivotal moment, just get yellow carded. It'd be really easy to double that up with another bad mistake. However, staying calm there, finding a bit of space, resetting, done as well there.
Just on the line, fellas,
Good touch
okay?
finder by Robson. Early opportunity for Pirates on the 5-metre attacking line out. You talk us through this one, Charlie. Being the expert.
Looks like Josh King's gone up there. Back's gone into ad now. Pirates rolling down the backside. Sol Moody breaks off.
Onside.
Alex Everett getting hit back behind the gain line there. Dan Hiscox to Tommy Bombom. Hiscox to Joe Elderkin. Pirates flashing back there, back to Tommy Bombom. Great carry there from Alex Everett. Ball spills out to Josh King.
Rip backwards.
Pirates currently knocking at the door but not quite seeing what they would want to hope for.
No.
Looks like Dan
Net roll by this player. Net roll on the Jaffa.
Pirates player, net roll in.
10, net roll on 7 over the ball.
So good bit of consistent attacking play, Charlie, but just not having that composure when it really mattered to
but he must
to keep
wait
hold
before
of
the ball is thrown.
Yeah, you're right there. Kind of looked like we're going out in 1s and 2s really, not really coming round as all threats there, which I think was quite easy Worcester to read there, not getting as much gain line, as much dominant carry as we'll be hoping for in those fire zones in their 22.
promising early moments. Just to feed the line out. It's an early drive, looking for the Makovic off the back. Well held by
onside step
by the captain.
Use it 9.
Just a building for the box kick. Goes high, hanging into the air. Good chase and hammered down by Nalago. Well taken, great timing on that, on the hit. Pirates being a player down, look to build again.
4 step. Use it.
Pirates looking to build here.
So it's high and long.
Good chase by Matty Ward there.
Fabulous connection. Matty Ward getting on the back of Dan Hiscox's box kick. Worcester in possession. Both teams feeling each other out in terms of their possession.
Use it.
This time it's Williams goes to the box kick. High hanging. Matty Ward being tested early in this game. Takes it well.
Hands away!
And Hiscox Feeds away to Matt Cannon.
Good bit of footwork there from Matthew Cannon. Robson to Jowdikin to Mawson. Over the top to Arthur Rowan. Little show and go.
Great work at strength from Arthur Relton through the contact area. Out to captain Alex Everett.
Steps up. Joe Odekin to Tommy Ogbombo.
I've got that backwards line, Mike.
Agreed, mate, agreed.
Thank you. Off feet, Devon!
Good carry from James French, managing to keep hold of the ball. Defence so strong from Worcester Warriors. Back into Everett's hands.
This cock to Matt Cannon.
This time it's Matt Cannon. Little tip on.
Advantage knock on.
Just spilt forward.
Advantage over.
Kick downfield by James Short.
Not now, Worcester. Onside, lads. Use it.
Pirates looking to take a build here.
To a Bomber's hands.
Back foot, Worcester.
Hiscox just looks to build.
Use it.
Box goes high and long. Reltz is after it.
Advantage knock on.
Knock on, so into the hands of Will Truin.
All backwards, play on. Advantage over.
Start to move it through the hands. Kavezic out to Nalago. So it slips off the tackle and he's flying through. He won't be stopped. First blood to Worcester Warriors.
I think it's a great try there from Worcester. Obviously, constantly putting pressure back in defence, whacking our boys back, force them to kick back onto him. Matty Ward catches it in the backfield, has 3 men in front of him, slows right down, we then kick back. Don't quite win that contestable ball.
I've got one in my left pocket, mate.
Transition, whip it to the edge where we know.
You give it to me on the way to kick off, Larry, please.
Big man down the wing.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Thanks.
See it coming now. Good hands.
Ken, just one out, please, on the line.
Just
Thank you.
getting out to Nalago on. Just fending one. Powerful start. His first competitive experience for Worcester Warriors. Been injured since the warm-ups. He'll have a lot of confidence from that, won't he, Charlie?
Yeah, 100%. I was actually with him at Bristol, and whilst he was there, he was an absolute animal. One of the freak of natures that you come across in rugby. Big, strong, fast, powerful. Definitely someone you don't want to have to defend.
Absolutely.
To see him still carving up is really good to see.
Will Reid adds the extras.
Yes.
Already talked about
I've got the
how
yellow card as well.
successful he is off the kicking tee. Warriors lead 7 points to 0. You can hear the voices are rising, getting behind these Pirates boys. Robson gets us back underway. High to the left, taken well by the try scorer.
Taken in. Use it.
Oh, they're looking to play, looking to move. Out into the wide channel. Truin on the ball. Well brought down.
Still looking down to play to the edge here. Oh.
Looking to connect with James Shaw, but Reid just couldn't quite find the pass. But you can see they're looking to exploit the extra numbers, Charlie.
Yeah, I think that's clever from them there. Pirates expecting them to build and then for them to play wide.
On box kicks, be very careful of your running line, okay?
Wide areas and flood through. Lucky not to come away there a bit more.
Yeah, lovely scanning and opportunistic from Will Truin. This is
Backwards
So
by
Mooney
Blue.
can't find his man. This defensive line out is working well for the Warriors.
Off the head, play on, off the head!
Again, little knock on, but deemed to be off the head. So Hiscock's able to play, finds Robson. Again, going for that cross field across, but straight into the hands of Trewin, the fullback.
Onside! Use it!
So Worcester just taking their time,
Use
setting
it!
it down. Looking again to the air. Kick is high.
Yellow card
Gentleman
out of
discretion.
This player number 11, obstruction
The
out of the
advantage
space.
goes the way of the Warriors.
Yellow
So
card return as well, Jamie.
just
Wait,
starting
please,
to take
wait.
hold of this game a little
Ball
bit,
is live.
Charlie.
Yeah, I think they're playing in the right places.
Yellow
kicking
card
it back
off.
on them to relieve a bit of pressure, and then
Off.
when they pull that pin, when we're players down on
Ball
the
is
edge,
still
obviously
live.
we're man down, so there's always going to be that bit of extra space down the edge, and I think they've just been playing it really well at the moment, sucking us in, drawing us, and then when they want to reset,
I know it seems pedantic, but the ball was still live.
So good
Good deal,
touch
lads.
finder by Will Reed. Into the 22.
How many lads? Five. Time off, please. If you listen loud enough, you'll hear it. I've just told you as well. Please get on your mark. I need you on your mark for me to do anything about it. Oh.
Finds Nkwacha.
We're still looking to more here. Well defended there by
This
Pirates.
player has pulled a player away from the maul.
So referee
Number 5
indicating
pulls
that
number
there was a
5
pull
out
off
of
the ball. So Pirates breathe again.
Here, please. Thank you.
Good touch finder from Robson. Takes Pirates up to the 10.
If he's
So
illegal, we'll get him out. Please
could have been a
don't pull
tricky
him out.
period, but
On the
absorbed
edge
it
of the
well,
line,
Charlie.
Worcester.
Yeah, not going too badly at the moment. I think we just need to get that little foothold in, whether we test them
Edge,
more
Worcester,
time, but obviously
edge.
they've stole 2 lineouts off us now, so I'm wondering if the Pirates are going to be starting to talk about where's a more accessible place to go up and start winning clean ball for the backs to actually have a crack at the Worcester backline.
We can see it now, Charlie. A shortened line out. The insert coming in late. And it is successful off the top, through to Oral Robson. Good carry out into the middle of the field. Flash back, finding Everett, the captain. Strong carry through the contact. Same way out the back, finding Robson again. Breaks 2 tackles. So hack through. Getting after it, and scrum off. Williams showing a clean pair of heels. So the pass just couldn't quite connect from Pirates. Ball goes to floor and hack through. And that's really unfortunate, Charlie, against the run of play, but opportunity taken by the Worcester Warriors.
Yeah, I feel like quite unlucky with this team like Worcester, very good on transition, so any ball goes loose, pivot, all that Pirates have to be winning those scraps. As you can see there, ball goes down, don't react quick enough, Worcester, hack the ball through, and then transition is just too quick for Pirates to recover.
Yeah, it's lovely. Little hack through, manages to get the bounce of the ball. And as every good scrum half is hunting, finding, and getting connected. And Williams going over for the try. No extras, charged down by Mawson. So 12-0. Just check in.
Just a bit more space from
Pirates
number 5
back to
at the
full
end, please.
complement. Yeah, yellow card back on the field. Robson goes high and to the left.
Advantage knock on.
Little knock on.
Take a step, Pirates!
Warriors
Hands up and use
take possession.
Worcester put it high. Collected there by Niall.
So Mennaye Field having some
Take a step, lads, take a step.
early involvement in this game.
Carried line right at Bina there.
Take a step, all need to be on side, all take steps. Use it!
So Worcester just playing the patient game, working their way up the field.
On side! Use it!
Williams again goes boot to ball. High box kick. Taken well.
Collected by number 15, Angus Mawson. Pirates have to
Start to play. Chester Rebbins can't take hold of it.
Nice and easy, lads. Knock on.
Has Kovacic for company. So you can see the endeavour, Charlie, but you have to wonder with the wind on their backs whether it could have been an opportunity to just relieve pressure and send it downfield.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Obviously, 2 tries down already.
There's your
Do
mark,
we
lads.
try
Off
play,
the
but
mark
then
to the left.
obviously skills
On the
haven't been as good as we were hoping for at this early on.
Control
so do we
all
just
the way
relieve that
through
bit
to
of pressure,
balling, please.
pin it back down on them and rebuild from there? But always good to see them try have a crack there and try play. First scrum of the game here.
20 minutes in and it's our first scrum.
Crouch!
Williams to feed.
Potentially a bit of pre-engagement there.
More space on this side between both of you. You're probably both feeling that as well. More space, please. This
And
side's
these
really
front rows
nice.
will be feeling each other out. Rogerson, no doubt, be keen to get hands on ball after so long out the game. It's got Reed just step to the left.
Crouch!
Bassett on his shoulder.
Bind! 10! Advantage penalty!
Worcester now playing with advantage. Little jump to the short side, out to the open side.
Nice and easy, lads. Nice and easy.
Just
Let go,
roll the
move
dice
away,
there, Charlie.
Move away, 8. Back we come.
Playing on advantage.
Loose head to knee, my
Interesting
side.
first scrum there.
On the 15.
Usually Pirates,
Loose head goes
not
to
sure
knee.
about Worcester, but Pirates we definitely look to try and go for it a bit more and then see how they react to that. But that kind of, I'm not sure if process was wrong there or nerves, I'm not sure, but not quite the shot or engagement we would hope to have there.
On the line, please.
So Warriors have another entry into the 22. Full numbers in the line out. It's fine.
Too many numbers. You called 6, you had 7 in the line out.
So referee
You called 6
indicating
and had
that
7 in
they
the
had
line
too
out.
many in the
Back
line
please.
out. They called 6, they had 7. So again, a let off
Called 6
for
and had
Pirates.
7 in the line out. Back you go, please. Yeah, you had 2 there. Your 9 came in
A couple
late
of
and
times
you
now
had a
Worcester's
receiver.
got close down to a try line and then relieve pressure, whether it was Pirates defending it well or getting numbers wrong in the line. So there's 2 potential opportunities there that they could have capitalised on. Robson finds the touch there.
Huge clearance kick from Robson. Fabulous distance, takes
Worcester ball,
them
Worcester
all the
ball.
way up to the 10-metre line.
Put them on the line. Pirates on the line.
Worcester's feed.
It's Worcester ball and Pirates are on the line.
So goes off to the top. And the change of tactics.
Advantage, penalty only.
Josh Bassett on the ball, but
Just a penalty in the air.
wasn't allowed to find the floor.
In the air by number 40.
Unlucky timing there by Arthur Rowan, just clips him just before he lands.
Matt,
Yet again,
I'm sure you understand, but I appreciate you better than shouting for a yellow card in live play. Thank you.
Yeah, and you wouldn't imagine they'll be making the same mistake as last time, Charlie.
No, I think first time, bit of a get out jail free card there, so Pirates definitely have to be switched on this time.
7 calls.
So again, Worcester going for full numbers in the line out. Behind the man and looking for an early drive.
Down by Worcester. Ball was in at the side though. Ball's pink in at the side. Advantage penalty.
Oh, another advantage. Williams just looking to probe this short side. Hits Rogerson. And Quacha. Good carry, good physical carries. Next one's to Bassett.
And release!
3 metres to go. Another short. Pick and go. Driving towards the line.
And release! All 20!
Held up by Pirates.
Still advantage.
Another one for Rogerson, just to set the contact.
Onside.
Ball away, lovely line, but dragged down. 3 metres out. Short ball.
No advantage.
Little knock on, so it was patient.
Thank you.
A patient
Back we
build,
go.
but just couldn't quite execute.
Number 4, side entry.
Pirates just shooting herself in
Keep
the
coming
foot
to
there.
me, keep coming to me.
Defend it well. Silly penalties.
Number
Already had a
4,
yellow
side
card.
entry.
Couple penalties this game as well. Just letting Worcester to keep having multiple shots.
What would be the message coming in for Alex Everett as captain at this moment, do you think, Charlie?
Byline's yours, lad.
I think
5
he'll
metre
be
line's
bringing the
yours.
boys in. I think he'll be saying to them,
How many
don't
lads?
do anything drastic, like
All
keep
in.
meeting them up front. We're defending them well. I know we've let a couple tries down the edge, but that was going to be on a yellow card, so just don't panic, don't do anything we don't need to do.
Changing the point of attack, don't find their target.
Just high.
Just slipped into the tackle. I think that was Arthur Elton, was it? Cleaning up.
Just high tackle by number 2.
Arthur Rowan in the slips in, covering that ball.
Here, please.
Fabulous bit of footwork, which we know Relton is renowned for. Just another relieving kick
Yeah, no worries, I know.
from Robson.
They've got a player down anyway. Time off, please. Just waiting for a line out player.
Pirates need to build from here, Charlie. Make their way up the field.
Yeah, no worries. We'll stop because we haven't got a ball as well.
I mean, Worcester do keep kicking it back to him. I know it's a possession game at the moment.
One of your line out
but I
jumpers is
feel
down
like
as well.
maybe we could start having a few more cracks. We haven't really tested their back line yet, so letting our backs have a few more stabs at it. Our backs have been very clinical recently. When we've had a stab, we've been doing well, whether that's busting through lines or scoring down out on the width. So I think if we actually give it to our backs, have a little bit more. I feel like at the moment we're playing it a little bit safe. So I think maybe hopefully in the next 5-10 minutes we should hopefully see the Pirates having a few more cracks playing with the ball.
Fraser Barmain on the ground, just receiving a bit of attention.
Just here, lads. Lads, we can't start with your player stand going down here.
And tell me, what's the focus been on this in the week, Charlie, for this one?
Big focus for this week has been physicality in general across all aspects of the game, whether it's defence or attack. Last time we played them, we didn't quite physically meet where we wanted to, so this time it's been a real challenge for us to make sure we're winning that department.
So it wasn't quite on target, but well cleared up by Robson, carried by Everett. Hiscox, boot to ball. High hanging, fielded by Bassett, but gets the ball away well. Keen to make amends. Luke Ratcliffe.
Turnover by Josh
Herring, yeah. Alfie Petch on the ball. Good placement. Lovely little roller in behind, over to the right-hand side. Dan Hiscox, the ball beats everyone.
Where the 3 pink down
Captain, would you like a scrum or a 22? Scrum, thank you. Thanks, Mike.
There you go, mate. Yep.
Yeah.
Just, I can see the idea, Charlie, but the execution wasn't quite there. Josh Bassett wasn't in the backfield, so Hiscox looking for that space in the right-hand side.
Just remind them on my side space.
Just,
the penalty at the last one,
I think it just rolled over the try line, actually.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't pull him forward, but I'm happy with
These
the
are the little things that we could really do with, though, like if we get that out on the 5 metre line, back our maul, hopefully steamroll it over, if not short on the back line, let our backs have a stab at it, if not punching around the corner, steaming onto it. But as you can see, scrum now outside their 22, just behind their 10, so
start there, please. Crouch! Bind! Run slow! Run slow! Dead! Use the ball! Hold there, please.
So Rogerson picks, comes to the short side, well dealt with.
No
by Everett.
Use it!
Worcester's looking to box again.
Williams goes high and long.
Advantage knock on.
Mawson just spills that one forward.
Good tackle there by Arthur Upton.
Advantage over.
Yeah, Wallace, little line break, but tackle. Williams goes to play through Reed. Onto Bassett, gets his hands free. Offload, good fast ball, little nudge through. Oh, just beats everyone into touch. Lovely bit of attacking play by Worcester Warriors. You can see the space he was looking for, just couldn't quite connect with his outside players.
This year on the pitch in the middle of the left.
Worcester, every time they put that high ball, making it real hard for Pirates to play.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I can't play through when that player's down injured and we're going to be running.
It's a real battle of the air at the moment, isn't it? And of course, Hiscox been imperious, especially early on in the season with Matty Ward connecting, scoring. But we're a few months on now, aren't we, Charlie?
Yeah, we are. Coming to a close, actually. Not too long left of the season, which is why this game is all most important, because Worcester are currently second, we're fifth, so if we can get this win under our belt, it means it's going to put us in good stead for the rest of the games coming up. We've got a tough block as well.
Yep, it's a tough run in. Huge long season. Game 21, we're in.
Happy. Thank you.
5 more after this one. And fingers crossed a playoff opportunity.
Hopefully.
So Pirates to feed. Look for an exit. Finds Everett. Good, and off to a bum-bum. And gain themselves an advantage. Good exit. Nailed down there.
And then lands on the Cornish Pirates lifter. Just here. Take a step back, please. Thank you.
So as we hit the half-hour mark, as a reminder, the scoreboard, Worcester Warriors got their tails in front. 12 points to nil. But after an early, I guess a bit of a shock couple of scores, Cornish Pirates seem to be pretty settled now, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're finally getting that little foothold into the game that they needed. Last 5 minutes, discipline's been a lot better as well. So now hopefully we can just keep going as where we're going, build a bit of momentum, and hopefully get a few tries under our belts. good line out there. Great contest in the air between both teams. Big carry by Tommy Agbonbon there. Quick ball to Sol Moody, out the back to Alwar Robson, over the top to Arthur Elton, and a bit of space down the wing. It's cleaned up there by Will
Not
Truin.
clearly tackled, not clearly tackled.
Still going. Dan Hiscox to Robson. Collected by Matthew Cannon. Luke Ratcliffe just taking it in there.
Good carry, strong through the contact by Mawson. Back to Agbonbon. Professor just coming through, doing what he does so well, trying to disrupt. At the back, delay on that pass, but isolated out in the back. Fights through the contact. Pirates maintaining possession. Out to the captain. Strong carry, fighting through. Good clear out. To Robson, and they're looking edge to edge. That one just floating forward, and I'd be frustrated with that, Charlie, but you can see the endeavour, you can see the build, and they want to get it into those outside channels like you talked about and look to attack.
Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Obviously that little kick Dan did earlier on, Dan Hiscox, didn't quite make touch.
That is an
forward
issue at the
pass
moment.
there.
I'll speak to you in a moment.
But yeah, we are building in the right direction, taking phases there. Arthur Relton
I
making a
couldn't
great
reward
run down
either
the
of you
wing.
on the last scrum.
Just need to stay on
Your
top,
elbow's
don't
too
let
low,
them recover.
and you're cranking. So both of you need to be better with your binds. Okay.
Worcester
Neither of
Warriors
you are getting rewarded
defence.
until both of you improve your pitches.
Strong, physical.
High
Not
bind,
allowing Pirates to
elbow
get
up.
over the gain line at the moment, and ultimately forcing that forward pass.
Yeah, they have been coming over loads of line speed, which means it's quite hard for us to actually get some momentum going into them
33
carries.
played,
But
33
when we do
played.
get those little bits of gain line, staying on top, we've been doing quite well with. So it's just getting to that point, we're getting that bit of gain line, staying on top of these boys.
So Will Reid just tucked in behind. Nalago off to his right-hand side. We know how dangerous he can be if he gets the opportunity.
Stay up!
Was at the feet of Rogerson.
Vantage penalty.
Moved away out into the centre field. Ball out the back to Reid, and finds Bassett. Drops it on the toe. Drops it into touch. However, coming back for the advantage.
Towards me, Jamie. Towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Yeah. That's better. You went forward and he collapsed on that
Little
time.
moments, isn't it, Charlie? Little moments, little knock-on that gave Worcester Warriors possession, and then ends up in a penalty where they're going to make metres up the field.
Yeah, and teams like this, you can't be giving them away. Obviously, like little skill executions, little penalties, things I was talking about earlier, just keeps giving into teams like this. So eventually they will come away with points.
Yeah,
We can't allow that. As if they build that scoreboard up higher and higher, it's always going to be hard to run back in from it.
No, it really has.
Good touch finder by Reid, really judged
That one was a
the
lot
wind
better.
well, lowered the trajectory of his kick.
Right, Jamie. Thank you.
Finds themselves a line out on the 22. Rising high, finding the target, and this time it's that man, Nalago. Powerful through the middle. Ball out back through Reid. Josh Bassett gets his hands on the ball. Little hit ball. Out into the hands of Wallace. Good, strong carry into the 22. And Kocha onto the ball. Out to Reid, looking for the change of play. Back to Austin Wallace. Keep playing through that short side, but just can't quite
Pirates
connect
line
there.
Out, Pirates line out. Well, they got an option. It was not.
Yeah, it was a 4v2, but just couldn't quite find the hands. And these little moments
No, open up, please. They can't go
are
quickly.
letting
They
Cornish
can't. They can't.
Pirates escape at the moment. Probably a bit of frustration coming in for the Warriors, would you say, Charlie?
Yeah, I reckon so. A few times now it's not quite gone to hand or had the right bounce, but they've been building phases really well, relieving pressure when they need to, and really making Pirates work to actually get a bit of a foothold in so far.
So 5 minutes to go in this half. Agbonbon is the carrier. And it's a good one. It's a powerful one. He's fighting through the contact.
Nice and easy, lads. Nice and easy. Use the ball. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Again, good carry.
James French taking it in there.
Number 7.
Worcester really making that breakdown.
Use it.
Messy.
It's back to the sky. Another good high hanging kick. Good pressure from Relton. Finds his man.
Advantage, slips up round the neck.
Drive in the back.
Penalty
Just
advantage.
slips a little high on that one though. Sol Moody. Reed probing, searching.
No advantage. Same as the one against Worcester. Just slips up round the neck by number 6.
Yeah, nothing intentional
tackle.
about that. Just slipped up, as the referee is saying. Another penalty.
It's a bit of a continual theme so far. Pirates, great exit yet again, but then just relieve that pressure that they're building on by a few little mistakes like that, which then put Worcester back inside Pirates territory.
Again, a good touch finder by Reed to give them another opportunity.
Just there, please. How many lads? 5.
Finds Nkwacha. Off the tail. Lovely ball back inside. Finding Wallace. And hitting the short side. Good carry.
Onside Pirates!
Pick and go. 2 meters out. Again. Pick and driving Wallace over towards the try line. Little feed and drive for the line.
Try.
Try awarded.
9, I'm right. Be very careful. Be very careful. Good work, James.
So he was coming up with the
I'm just going to have a
ball.
word with Cornish about breaking the 10 early on their own attack.
Yeah, lovely. Cheers, Mike. Huh?
Just see it here, Charlie.
I've still got
Just
time to
driving at the
restart.
line, building pressure, relentless. And it's just a little feed.
Over 90 when he scored it.
From the reverse angle here. Three defenders. What a fantastic drive to the line and the strength to get over.
It's a great carry there as well. Not sure if it was intended or not, but bounced out to Dan Hitchcock's obviously. Always going to be easy as a forward running into a back that close out from the try line. Yeah, real great carry there.
I think it was Hallam Chapman that finished it off. And those are the opportunities you look for, Charlie, isn't it? In terms of you as a big ball carrier against someone a little bit smaller than yourself.
Definitely. Maybe not when it gets to the 70 minute when I'm blowing a bit more and I don't know what's going on, but if I can, I always try and spot a back when I've got on the ball.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So Pirates have absorbed a lot of pressure. The kick is successful by Reed and it takes them out, stretches the lead, 17 points to 0. Taken by Nalago.
Yes.
Cleanly.
Yes. Onside Pirates.
He's asking if time is done. Reply is yes. And Reed finishes off the hard. So Pirates have absorbed a lot of pressure in that half, Charlie, haven't they? Like, what do you think they need to do as they go into the change room? What will be the conversations that they're going to be having?
I think conversations
I've given you an answer.
would be forwards especially really good so far set piece wise. We haven't really given Worcester too much in mauls. I think we could potentially have maybe a few more mauls, a few more cracks in our maul attack, really challenge them there, test them, see how they react to that. As for discipline wise, I think we've just let ourselves down too many times. We've been applying pressure, whether it's defensively or attacking, and then we just let it off, let Worcester have another crack, and then it just puts pressure back on ourselves.
You should be a coach, Charlie. Fabulous. You're going to see the highlights coming up any minute now, Charlie, and I would invite you to talk us through them.
as you can see there. I think that one's off back of a loose ball, and as I was saying earlier, Worcester really good on transition, spinning the ball out and then giving it to the big man down the wing, fends off one man and then speeds through down the edge to score the try. Really got a bit of composure there by Kovacic, drawing the man in.
Yeah, he might be a little bit older now, but Matt Kovacic still got that class.
Yeah, he does. Great support there as well. As you were saying earlier, Nine's always looking for that ball popping out where they can get on the back end of people running through, and I think it's great bit of defence from Worcester there, pushing through, applying pressure. Obviously that pass didn't quite go to hand and they just capitalised on that straight away.
Yeah, you can see
it down the pitch.
Rory Taylor there, just hunting high in the defensive line, isn't it? He puts his boot on the ball, and often Nines are defending in that outside channel, so Lloyd Williams finds himself the recipient, probably one of his easier tries he scored in his career.
This again off the back of our discipline. High tackle slipped up from Alex Everett, kick it down to the corner. They do well, they suck in the Pirates in with a maul, and then they just pick and go around the ruck, really drawing our pack in, and then obviously our Dean, our 9 on the edge, and then exposing him, running into him. It was always going to be a weight game there.
Yeah, I think I credited that to Alan Chapman, but I think it might actually have been Tim Anstey, the Australian who played in the MLR with LA last season, so he's getting around. So a little bit to do for Worcester, for Cornish Pirates, trailing at the lead by 17 points to 0. We're just going to take a few minutes break and we'll be back with you shortly. This game being covered by Clubber TV and also England Rugby on the YouTube channel.
Make your pick.
Best Pirates fly half.
So, which one of these players would make the best Pirates fly half? First one, Tommy Agbongbon.
Was it out of 6, is it? Oh, it's got to be 6.
6. Hands like feet.
Hands like feet. There's 0 rotation in his hips.
Yeah, his lats are too big, he can't rotate.
Can't do it.
So we'll put Tommy at 6.
Alfie Petch.
To be fair, the movement might not be that good, but your hands are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. He's probably going to say all forwards here.
Okay, but you can just catch and pass.
I can be like the Andy Goode.
We'll put you 3.
I'll put you 3. Yeah, 3.
Dan Hiscox.
5, I reckon.
5. He panics on the ball, I think. He'll panic on the ball.
I just don't think he has the composure. Yeah, I think that's the main part, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
5.
Matt Cannon.
Oh, damn it.
Got to be 4.
There's got to be 4.
I
didn't think we could get worse than Tommy.
Oh, we messed this up already.
Ben Cambriani.
Ooh. What have we got left? We're going to go Cambo 2.
2, yeah.
Decent hands, decent composure. He's got a head loss in him though, so we'll put him at 2.
And he's good looking as well.
Yeah.
So that leaves you with Sol Moody at number 1.
Actually,
I like that. He won't pass the ball much,
No.
but he carries well. He's got a bit of deception, but yeah, he just.
I mean, he's been chipping and training often.
He's got a decent chip and chase, but yeah, he's got good game line. He's got good composure as well, but he just won't pass the ball.
I don't mind that as a 10. I don't mind it.
Poor Cannon, man.
Thank you, Susie. Yes, I've grabbed some fans here for Clubbers Corner. I've got Rod here, who's supporting the Cornish Pirates. Lifelong fan?
Absolutely, and a player, ex-player.
Ex-player, lovely.
Yes, one of 4 brothers who used to play for the club from the very amateur days right up till present. We're very involved with the club. Yes, yeah.
And how have things changed from your playing days?
Oh, goodness me. You'd never have enough time. You'd never have enough time. It's this professional era now is from our amateur era. But it's rugby is rugby, and you meet friends for life.
You do. And how do you think they're getting on today? I mean, Worcester have been attacking full on, but they're doing well, are they not?
I'm actually quite pleased with our boys, because it's a shame that try just before half time. 12-0 going in. We're still in with a shout, 17-0. I mean, this is a game of two halves, and I really think that we got to shout.
Yeah.
We got to shout.
And what an interception from Angus. Oh, that was amazing. I was right there. I was videoing it on my phone. I thought, oh my God, this is awesome.
This is wonderful, isn't it?
It is. So, what are your predictions for the full-time score there, Rod?
Oh, well, I was in hospitality, and I said that the Cornish Pirates were going to win 33-28. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But you never know.
You've got to stay positive.
Of course.
You've got to stay positive.
We stick. Listen, I don't care if we was playing South Africa. I'm always going to say the Pirates are going to win.
Amazing. Well, I'll let you get back to the game beers, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
See you later. And now we've got a Worcester Warriors fan.
Hey!
And I'm surprised he's got any voice left, because I've been sat in front of him and you have been non-stop cheering.
I've got to be. I've travelled 4 hours to come down. I've got to be. It's the only away game we wanted to come to. So that says a lot about the Cornish Pirates, to be honest. I think they're the second best team in the league behind us, but the table doesn't actually show it. But you know, there's only one way, and that's up. So.
And how do you think your team are getting on? Obviously they're winning at the moment, but are you pleased with how they're doing?
Oh, absolutely. I think they are showing how good of a team they are. Cornish haven't made it easy on us, so you know it's the only.
Needs to speed up on the kicking.
Yeah, I don't think we're used to this sort of wind where we are with the kick-in. So
I did hear you say all that ball's moving.
Yeah,
when he's going for his conversion.
I don't think we're used to it, but you know, more kick-in the better, isn't it? Really, so you can't complain.
And final score result for you?
It's going to be a Worcester win, but I can't say what the score's going to be. I'm not going to say it's a 0 score for the Cornish, but we're not that good, so.
Oh, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Back to you, Susie.
Go on, you Warriors. Come on, you Warriors.
Thank you, that was great.
Yeah, some tight scores going on around the country, Charlie.
Yeah, Coldie beating Ealing currently at the moment, 5-0 to Coldie. Really surprising.
Yeah, just looking at those scores again. Doncaster Knights got the all-important win over Hartbury, 35 points to 22 last night. All-important win over Hartbury, 35 points to 22 last night. Bedford Blues, 31 points to 7 to the good at the moment over Cambridge. Ampthill Rugby, 31 points to 14, leading over Richmond. Here at the Mennaye, Worcester Warriors in the lead currently, 17 points to 0. Up at Coldie, they've taken an early start, an early lead over Ealing Trailfinders, 5 points to 0. And at London Scottish, Coventry leading 7 points to 5 over London Scottish. And as mentioned, Nottingham Rugby will be playing Chinner tomorrow. So some tight ones going on. All those matches are underway apart from the top one as we speak. And as we talked about, Charlie, it's pretty congested in the middle of the table, isn't it?
It is. There's all to play for, to be honest. So that's why these games are so big for us, because right down to the wire, like if we get a couple of tries now and it comes right down to the wire, it's going to be really, really important for us. But even if we can get bonus points and come away with something, it's all going to add up.
Yeah, sure. See the rounds that are coming up. Next round, Chinner will be taking on Cambridge, Hartbury against London Scottish, Ampthill, Doncaster Knights, Coventry Rugby will be hosting Coldie, Ealing Trailfinders hosting Nottingham Rugby, Bedford Blues hosting Cornish Pirates, and Richmond hosting Worcester Warriors. So loads of rugby going on over East weekend, all covered by Clubber, all bringing those games to you live. So yeah, the congestion in the middle of the table, Charlie. Points in the table are important, but also points difference as well, potentially, as you push through to these latter stages. So they've had the halftime oranges.
Yeah.
What do you think they'll come out with the main messages being?
Main messages, I think, will be just discipline. Too many times let easy pressure off, so if we can keep that discipline down, I think hopefully Worcester will have less opportunities to have a go in our half, and then it means that for us we can hopefully put some more pressure on them and see a try go over. Will be nice.
Just a quick look at the table as it stands. All important points on offer with this round 21, and of course building into the final few games of the men's championship season. So Ealing very much in command at the top. Worcester Warriors are the guests here today. The away side tied on points with Bedford Blues, 77, and then those ones picking up the tail, Coventry Rugby of 74, but then the congested area, Cornish Pirates on 5th and all the way down to 8th. There's 2 points between them, so everything to play for. Points are super important, and I'm sure that messaging will be very clear as the teams retake the field. Worcester Warriors joining us for first, playing in their blue strip, and Cornish Pirates now joining us in the resplendence of pink. Cornish Pirates will be getting us back underway, playing from right to left, and you'd imagine the wind is whistling around up here, Charlie. It's playing quite a factor in this game, isn't it?
Which way, Tim?
Really been working out Worcester's favour so far. Those high balls up in the air really making the Pirates have to get a clean ball, and that hasn't quite gone to plan yet, making that high ball really contestable. So whoever's live for the scraps usually comes away with positive effects after.
So Robson will get us back underway.
Long to the right, high, hanging. Taken by Kovacic. Pirates looking to attack that ruck, but do it not legally and give away an early penalty. That'd be frustrating, Charlie.
Yeah, especially about what we just spoke about, coming back out and hopefully not giving any away penalties.
Take a step back, keep going.
I think Arthur Ratton just gets stuck in that breakdown there.
It's so hard, isn't it? You've got to be shown to be getting out, or at least trying to get out, but sometimes you just can't. But Worcester Warriors, big kick downfield. Huge kick by Will Reed, giving them an opportunity.
Just there, lads, please.
Attacking.
Open up.
Line out just outside the 22. Austin Wallace hits his man. And they start to drive, but the defence holds strong. Out to Kovacic. Out. Moving it through the hands. Out to the try scorer, Nalago. Placement. Out to Reed. Into the hands of Chapman. And through Reed. Out the back, floated over the top. Oh.
Advantage, 8 tackle off the ball.
Brilliant follow-up, driving towards the line. Kutcher. What a brilliant score. Blinked and virtually missed it. It was Josh Bassett hunting on the inside shoulder of Reed, and the defender just took his eyes off him, bust through, and has all good. Front 5 forwards there on the hip, and Kutcher getting over.
Not now, please. Yes, kick, we'll keep kicking.
Really good identification there. Seeing those gaps in the Pirates defence. Obviously haven't worked quite hard enough to pull their space in as we get to an edge. Really good idea to pop the ball back in inside there.
Moff, I need to just check this player's safety first. Thank you.
Not quite sure who's down.
All the time you need. Take all the time you need.
I think it could possibly be Arthur Relton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just some treatment going in for the Pirates player.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that.
We talked about the strength and depth of squads.
I agree that
at
that's
half
your question.
time,
I didn't see
Charlie,
that picture. We're also playing
talked about
advantage
Elior
for a tackle off the
Trailfinders
ball by
having a
number 8
big
as well.
squad, load of number school, squad of about 70, you said.
Yeah, a lot of boys.
And Worcester Warriors potentially with a big squad as well.
Yeah.
Whereas how many have you got in your squad?
Just over 30 roughly.
Jay, Worcester has made a tactical change in the front row.
Not quite as many boys as we would have hoped,
mate.
but the boys we do keep usually do blending quite well and bring the new boys on aboard quite quickly. But yeah, not quite the depth other teams have got, which sometimes does become a struggle. Few injuries and stuff means that boys aren't really been able to play to their full potential.
You also talked about the good feel-good in the squad. Tell me about that. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, really good culture down here
Medic,
at Pirates.
you're happy? Yeah.
I was saying at half-time when we were chatting, long bus journeys. Closest game for us is Hartbury, and it's about 6-hour coach drive. Whereas Doncaster, very, very long distance away. So a lot of time that we spend together. So really tight group here at Pirates. Really good culture.
So good to see Arthur Relton back on his feet, back in the game. And while Robson goes long and to the right, but it's taken really well. Brought to the floor. Worcester look to build again from inside their half.
Great carry by Worcester there.
Take a step for me and use it.
Seems to be more of the same. Looking to the box kick, however, just a little change up. Sees an opportunity around the fringe. Good little spot by Williams.
No.
All on the same page.
Use it.
Kick goes high and short.
Backwards by Pirates.
Off Relton into touch. So a little
Touched as well,
snipe
no
down the
quick line
edges
out.
there, just trying to keep the defenders honest.
James, just
By
hold it as well
Williams,
while I
and
get
everyone
these
was
up.
alive to it. They're just varying up their tactics a little bit, Charlie.
I think they're doing it really cleverly. Obviously, them putting those balls up for us in the air, making it real hard for us to get a clean ball, means we're probably going to drop back a bit quicker into defence to try and give that support. And as soon as we do that, that's when
Backwards,
they're picking
play
down
on.
those edges, sniping through.
Well, here we go. Ball in possession of Wallace,
Advantage, knock on, advantage.
but just knocked on. Kutcher on the ball.
No advantage. First knock on, second knock on.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It was really well taken, but then just couldn't quite control it on the floor. So it'll be a first scrum of the second half. Worcester Warriors to feed.
Thank you. Stand up, please. Stand up. Your inside shoulder is tucked and you're leaning on his head. More space from you. Get that inside shoulder out, please.
More shenanigans at the scrum time, Charlie.
Yeah, not surprised. I think I see Ashley Challenger's come on for Worcester there. Previously played with him as well for a few different clubs. Really big North timer when it comes to scrum. Likes to make it messy, likes to be annoying, getting the opposition's head.
Boy! Dan! Stay up! Use it!
Ball at the base. Again, that blow into the middle of the field, but brilliant hunting in the passing lane by Dan Hiscox, and earns his side a penalty. Absolutely brilliant bit of defensive work.
15 off feet. Elbows are on the ground. Back here, take a
So
step
Worcester
back.
just go out into the middle of the field again, hunting for that ball. But look at Hiscox just tracking the ball, looking for an opportunity, picking them off. Much needed bit of possession. Charlie coming here,
The head
kick to the
injury,
22-metre line.
Same as down there. I'm stopping the game.
Be interesting
Time
to
off.
see what Pirates do here. Whether we play away, try stress their defence, or if we go for a maul, try suck in some of their back line or get an outcome out of it.
I've got changes
Whether that's a penalty or...
Yeah, no worries. Chuck them on, mate.
on the go.
We're going to put some changes coming on.
Looks like Harry Yates is coming for Joe Elderkin there. Morgan Nelson for Sol Moody. And John Stevens has come on as well for Luke Ratcliffe.
I'm in the way,
So John
mate.
Stevens bringing a huge amount of experience, Charlie, back into the fold. Is it good to have him back?
It is class to have him back. We've got a very young squad, so to have a bit more of someone with a bit more experience and a couple of years under a belt really helps us put things into perspective sometimes. Having a younger team, usually there's quite a lot of emotion that goes on, so for him to come in a bit of calmness is really good, especially for our forwards pack as well.
Open up at the back.
Morgan Nelson's try scorer last week, I believe.
Yeah. Morgan Nelson, obviously, he's been quite unlucky with injuries this year, but really, really good physical player, so it'd be good to have him, see what he does against Worcester.
So he picks off his man. First job done.
Pirates looking to away, getting some metres. Slowly trucking up the 22 of Worcester here.
Worcester defending legally.
Really good Moore from
Don't
Pirates.
change 19. Up you get.
Worcester's back line slowly shortening in there.
Hits ribbons. Short line to the new man. Round the corner to the captain Everett.
This Scott's there to Cannon.
Good footwork, evasion the tackle.
Orson there taking that ball in.
Bonbon again. Driving through the contact, but stopped at source.
Matthew Cannon getting another carry yet again off the back of Robson.
Matty Ward bouncing back, goes back to his supporters. Not making a lot of metres at the moment.
Onside, everybody onside. Ball is out. Vantage. Number 18 pulls the player without
Pirates
the ball.
gaining themselves an advantage. Little change of tactic.
The ball is
knowing
out, but
he was
can't
on
play the player
advantage.
without the ball. 18 pulls the
Smart by
9
John Stevens,
without playing the ball.
showing his nous already, just biding time for a support play, tempting those Worcester Warriors to give away a penalty. Kick to the corner. This will be a good opportunity, Charlie, to
just here
maybe flex their muscles again.
Play the ball up the man next time,
First
okay.
maul there, proper that we had a real good stab at. Got some real good meterage out of them. Obviously got an outcome, Worcester forcing a penalty, and then also sucking that back line in a bit. Unluckily, we didn't really get that quick ruck speed to storm round the corner and try beat him for speed, but inevitably got an outcome out of it.
A bonbon is a target. Ball moved efficiently back.
One sideways.
Worcester looking like they've taken us a bit more, but Pirates breaking down that short side.
Ball stays in. Now it's coming through Hiscox.
Ball spilled out the back there from Chester Ribbons.
Relton picking up the pieces.
Your own man's leg.
Out to Stevens. Drives through the contact.
To
A bonbon again.
Isolated.
Just getting there in time.
Timing on the tackle.
It's Chester Ribbons. And brilliant finish by Matty Ward. Absolutely brilliant set of hands by Chester Ribbons. Just a simple 2v1 in the end, wasn't it? But the damage was done by those hard carries in the middle. A bonbon prolific in his carries and the misses he makes, and then, as we talked about, John Stevens showing his experience. But that'll be a real boost for the boys. Yes, Charlie?
Yeah, 100%. I think everything they probably talked about in the change rooms is starting to show a bit more now. Line out time, looking more at the mauls, actually getting outcomes out of it now. Really sucked them in that time, and then playing away. Unluckily, Chester Ribbons didn't get that quite clean catch, but scooped up by Arthur Elton, and then just a speed game there. Managed to get round the corner, good couple carries from our forwards, and then picked off down the edge from good hands from Angus Mawson, leading to a 2-on-1 with Matty Ward to go down the edge and score.
So Robson adds the extras, and they start to claw their way back into this game. So again, a bonbon, so physical, powerful in his carries. And like you said, it's to Mawson. Breaking the tackle. Chester Ribbons and Matty Ward doing what he does so well, getting the score. So Reed goes long and to the left. Taken and brought back in field. Well dealt with.
Use it!
Pirates looking to box here.
Timing.
Watts goes long and
Up
off.
we get, lads! Up we get!
1, 2, Jamie, I have changes. Worcester 1, 2 and 14, please. Worcester 1, 2 and 14.
So we're seeing changes here.
14.
Couple changes for Worcester.
Camille
well.
leaving us,
Just there.
as is Austin Wallace. And Stephen Lalago, who's had a good return.
5.
Just hold it, mate.
Or introduction, I should say, because this is his first game.
Hold on, lads, we're still waiting. Sorry.
See Gonzalez coming in.
Yeah,
Uruguayan international.
Fellas, how many in the line out? 5. Thank you.
And Archie Vaines.
Time on.
And Liva Natave, Fijian international.
No contest.
Not contested. So the call is play on, but just a little knock on. And look how the Cornish Pirates boys are cheering everything now, Charlie. You can see that team spirit.
I'm not sure.
Getting behind each other.
Yeah, this is the points in the game where Pirates really start to come through. Being so close with each other means that every game we play, everyone really plays for each other and for the club. So you can see that when they play. And I think that was John Stevens that potentially got that turnover there. And obviously that momentum swift now is going to be huge for us. Hopefully get a bit more excited and get a bit more confidence in ourselves and start challenging these balls.
Absolutely. So conversations between Hiscox and Robson. Where's the space? What can they see? Josh Bassett is sat back, so given an opportunity to run down that right-hand side.
Crouch!
Should they choose to use it?
Bind! Wait!
Good solid scrum.
Take the ball
Great scrum there.
Balls away through Robson. Back Robson out to the try scorer. Good strong carry. In Matty Ward. Great line from a Bonbon. Out the back.
Carried on by Ribbons there.
Chester Ribbons on the ball. Slowed a little.
Not now, 18. Use it.
Hiscox sensibly senses that momentum shift. Just that slowing in terms of his ruck speed.
Hands up. Use it.
Just to build pressure through the box kick again. High, hanging, testing.
Good contest.
Well taken.
Taken by Wiltshire in there. Great tackle there by Harry Yates.
Worcester here come through the kick. Downfield.
Mark, please.
Angus Mawson wisely letting the ball roll. So it'll be a scrum back where the kick came from. Which is a long way back up the field, Charlie. That's a real advantage gained for the Cornish Pirates.
Yeah, I think we've seen in that first half Worcester really putting them pressure on with those kicks, and now I think obviously half-time swap sides. I think
have to trust my team,
Bristol
Alex. I have to trust my team.
Bristol Pirates identified that, applying that same pressure
Forward
back
first,
onto them.
please. There's your mark.
It's a long trudge back up field for those forwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kick goes long.
Lots of kicking. I'm sure they'll be blown.
Another opportunity, right-hand scrum. Oh, well, Robson again sitting to the right. Chester Ribbons on that side with him. And the new man, Harry Yates.
Bind! Blue, cranking.
Penalty advantage coming Pirates' way. So they'll look to play. Out to Robson, little drifted forward, so they went.
That's a forward pass.
They'll come back for the penalty.
Far side, cranking. Tight head, cranking.
Worcester seem to be the one giving more penalties away this half. Not sure if that's just because of the wind and how things have been playing out and the pressure wise, but Pirates allowed chances to have more stabs at them. Obviously last two balls have been gone really well for him, scored off the back of one of a few phases lately, so it'd be interesting to see if we stick at our balls, try apply that pressure again, or if we play away and
who's your receiver?
Let the backs have a go.
That's the challenge, isn't it, Charlie? What are the defence doing? What's the picture that's being shown? Do you stick with what's working? Or do you change up the picture?
More.
The target is good.
Good again.
Back up route one.
Use it!
Contained a lot better this time by Worcester.
Advantage. You pulled the player back. This player
pulling the player off the ball. And that's a frustrating one, Charlie. They gave themselves the opportunity but couldn't find the target.
Yeah, I think that was actually really good there from Worcester. Knew that we took the last couple of line-outs down the front, so try chepping us towards the touchline, making it so the backs have got to play away, and then bring that line speed, applying that pressure to Chester Ribbons, who sadly doesn't get that pass away.
Yeah, and they're spotting on that pass really well. They've recognised that they're trying to, the Pirates boys are trying to connect out the back.
Just here.
They're just getting through in that passing lane, and Will Reed takes Warriors into the Pirates half. Yeah, just a dummy throw there.
Ball down.
So free kick.
Dummy throw.
It's a bit of miscommunication coming in for the Warriors.
Timing, lads.
So Wobson will go to the sky, look to apply pressure. Oh, just drifts straight into touch. Can see now, Charlie, the wind is really picking up. You can feel it up here, but you can sense it on the field.
Yeah, I think it's starting to get a bit more unpredictable now. Obviously, kicking is getting more and more used, and our wind is, like you said, is picking up, so it's going to be harder for that judgment for the ball, but luckily that went just drifted off there.
Receiver back, receiver, go back.
So, hits the target.
Vantage, tackle off the ball. No hands.
Penalty given away by the Pirates. We're still looking to play through Rogerson. Back down the short side. Little snipe. Back for the original penalty.
You're not on the mark. Just
about
here.
50, about 10 metres this way, mate. Towards me, another 10 metres.
Just a tackle off the ball. Thank you.
So tackle off the ball, and again, Charlie, we talked about these little moments and ill-discipline, really, that's allowed Worcester to get deep into the Pirates half.
Yeah, I think it's always hard with taking a man off the ball or high tackles. Sometimes you're so eager to get off that line and make that big collision to hit him back behind again. Like sometimes you don't have total control, and that's when those little penalties slip up.
How many?
So let's see Lewis Sinclair entering the fray, and Will Beckinsale. Good energy but coming in at this moment.
Yeah. To put the time on, lads, because the time was off. We'll go again.
So those Exeter Chiefs boys, a good addition to your squad.
Your players,
yeah,
to be fair, Matt.
Let's go. We've had quite a good relationship with Exeter for the last fair few seasons now, actually, to be fair.
How many do you want?
When they come in, it's not too bad, not too much to learn, because quite similar in how we like to play, and they blend in quite well. Obviously, not too far a drive.
Open at the back.
And we've had a fair few boys over the years, so
pretty smooth, is it?
Yeah, very smooth transition.
And Kocher takes the line out cleanly, offloads to Bassett. He's grown into this game in terms of his involvements. Good defensive driving back by Pirates. Kovacic on the ball, making meters. Another short carry.
Worcester just...
This time it's Levi Natabe on the ball.
Really utilising those forwards here. Big carries.
20, tackle off the ball.
Playing advantage again. There's a tackle off the ball. So they roll the dice. That's the side. And it's that man, Gonzalez. Scoring last week, scoring this week, and adding to the tally for the Worcester Warriors. But it was patient build-up, Charlie, wasn't it?
Yeah, really patient build-up. I think they've done it very clever. They pick round the ruck, pods of three with the forwards, making sure they have quick ruck speed. Another set of forwards waiting to go as soon as that ruck's finished, and then as soon as our backline shorts, that's when they pull the pin, give it to the quick man down the edge, scoring down in the corner. I think under the post now, I think they need to be talking about potentially trying to slow up that ruck speed, holding that man up in the air a bit longer, getting double shots, really trying to slow him down, gives us a chance to get more set and D, get off the line and go get him. I think at the moment, absorbing too many tackles, coming backwards, and then it means they're just staying on top of us, and then when they go out to the edge and pull the pin, there's too much to recover from.
Well, the scoreline starting to get away from the Pirates boys at the moment, but as we talked about at half-time, Charlie, points are all important, aren't they?
Yeah.
We need to go hunting for the 4 tries.
Yeah, 100%.
Would that be the message?
4 tries would be a minimum for us. Obviously, Will would be ideal, but minimum for us would be 4 points, because at this moment, we need all the bonus points we can get.
So Louis Sinclair takes on the kicking duties.
No worries.
Looks long and to the right, same area. Just overcooked that one. Josh Bassett looking for a quick line out. Oh, it's just hit a ball boy.
Matt, I assume you want the scrum. Yeah, I think the ball was touched as well, wasn't it? So it was never quick on.
So Louis Sinclair will be disappointed with that, Charlie, won't he? His first involvement.
Yeah, first involvement. Obviously, we see in our Wales one, our Robson's one earlier on, just slowly drifted off, and for this to happen on the kick-off, first touch of the game is going to be quite hard for the confidence. But I know, knowing Louis, he'll take that in his stride and build from that.
Yeah, probably just come this way tiny bit.
Another one who's grown into the season, would you say?
Yeah, joined with us at the start of the season, obviously being from Chiefs. I think he was at Taunton Titans last year, so a bit of a step up in rugby, but really developed, come on really well, and is real key asset for our team at the moment. Really good at putting boys through holes, really elusive attacking ball player as well.
So scrum feed for Worcester in the middle of the field on the halfway line. Reed tucked straight in behind him, as is Truin. Options to attack both ways.
Good shot from both teams there.
So bounces to the left, on to Reed, straight out into the outside channels.
For our offside lines.
Reed just going to the line, bringing on Nkocha onto the ball.
Both hands.
Little sniping through. Good line speed coming on. Good shot, double shot. Just slowing Worcester in their tracks. Another good hit, great hit coming in. And now we looking for transition. Beck's on the ball, out the back. Louis Sinclair just caught in possession.
You're going backwards under pressure.
You can see them eyeing the space, Charlie. Just Worcester, that transition into defence. It's pretty energetic, isn't it? And they're able to kind of regather themselves.
Yeah, to be able to transition when you're in attack straight into D is really high end. Identifying that, obviously not in possession anymore, and then organising yourself to get into a line and actually apply pressure onto Pirates there is really good.
So we can hear Hugh Bockenham's come on the field for Worcester. He's on loan from Gloucester. Rogerson has taken his leave after a good positive reintroduction to the game. So Kovacic has just slid to 8.
My side, mate.
Round on the mark.
Nothing. Both off my side as well, mate.
Just these replacement props just feeling their way, aren't they, Charlie, into the game? Not my expertise.
To be honest with you, not mine either. I kind of just pushed my hardest in there. But yeah, this first game for Bill Young, the loose head for Cornish Pirates in a while. Been out for injury for a bit of a while, so be interesting to see how he finds getting back into things.
And playing against the experience of Ash Challenger, that's an ask, isn't it?
That is as well, yeah. Good shot.
This
from
time
both
they
teams
settle. New base. Pirates looking for more. Straight out. Oh, and here comes Louis Sinclair on the ball. Just can't connect. Kovezic's on it. Spilt forwards. A sense of urgency from both teams now, Charlie, isn't there? Just energy.
Yeah, Pirates obviously still a fair few points down, but definitely not going out of that fight. Really still trying to apply that pressure. Great scrum there from Pirates, and then little breakdown from the edge.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get connected on that pass.
Another scrum. Pirates ball.
Crouch! Bind! Stand! Bind hard!
Pirates win the penalty there.
Huge win for the Pirates board, boys.
Tight head cracks.
Sinclair goes.
You're in front of the mark. You're clearly in front of the mark.
Drives them upfield.
Good kick there from Sinclair. Oh.
Yeah, I think he said there were players in front of him. Goes out at the same place, fortunately. Or maybe not quite as far upfield.
How many lads? 5.
This is a challenge, Charlie, isn't it? When you make your substitutions, can you keep your process on point?
Yeah, 100%. Seeing John Stevens and Tommy Agbonba out the line out though, so be interesting to see if they carry up, what damage they can do.
Through Josh King again, who's been imperious.
Arthur Ratman up the back to Angus Mawson. Caught down by
Bong Bong again on the ball. He's had a busy game. Just holds the ball up. Finds Matt Cannon.
Ribbons out the back to Sinclair, over the top to Matthew Ward. Beckinsale to Everett to Sinclair. To Ribbons, big pass over the top. No one quite there. Arthur Ratman sadly doesn't manage to keep it in.
Just building really well, but couldn't get connected on that final pass.
On the line here, Cornish Pirates. How many lads? Thank you.
Line out here for Worcester on their own 10-metre line. Over the top to Kovacic. Met by Morgan Nelson.
Archie Vaines on the field as the substitute hooker.
Don't climb over the top. Climbing on the chain.
Kick is high, hanging.
Contest.
Taken well initially by Matty Ward.
Backwards. There's a scrum pick ball. They were last in possession. It's been tapped backwards. Scrum. It's then hit me, then it's hit you. Scrum because Pirates are the last team to play the ball.
Pirates, ball for scrum again.
First touches pink, then it touches me, then it touches you. Scrum pick. Sorry lads, I'm going to come over here. Bind high, no crank, no crank.
Looks like Ashley Challenger there getting told not to crank.
Crouch! Stay high! Take it out!
Scrum is good.
Beckinsale to Sinclair, to Ribbons, to Harry Yates on the hard line. Offload to the Worcester.
It's just Hiscox in the first half, Williams in the second half, just having good awareness and being in that passing lane.
Nice and easy, lads. Nice and easy, lads. Use it. 9.
Worcester again putting that ball up in the air, relieving that pressure off himself, making Pirates run back yet again. Try and make something from it.
Bomber, I don't know how many carries he has got through in this game. It's been prolific.
Back in sort of ribbons, out the back to Sinclair. Big ball over the top to Matty Ward. Steps to winger. Still going. Fends off one. Gets met by Truan.
Lovely carrot.
Big carry there by the captain, Alex M.
He has
Fenton off
led
to
from the front.
Beckinsale. Sinclair again, out the back to Ribbons.
Late tackle,
Fend off to Mawson. Little chip over. Sadly goes out.
Yeah, I just felt he could have kept it in hand out there. He had a 2v1 on that edge.
Yeah, I agree. Give it to the man down the edge, take another phase if we have to, and then let the Worcester boys run back knackered, and then Pirates can stay on top, try and crash through.
Time off. Take your own players away. Take your own players away. Take your own players away. Time off, please. I know, let us deal with it, please. Pirates back on the halfway line. Worcester on the 5 metre line. On the 5 metre line. I haven't seen is what started it, but I have seen the coach from Cornish Pirates come onto the field of play and slap one of the players in the face. Is there anything that has started it? Yeah. Can you go away, please? Okay. Yes. Yep. Yes.
So Charlie, I'm not quite sure what's gone on, but
okay, so
the officials will be sorting that out.
Other than Worcester trying to get the ball in
Really important last 10 minutes come in that Pirates try and keep their focus.
Yeah. Hopefully this does not
one of the players, so I'm going to send
distract them.
Distract them, yeah. Definitely distracted me.
Thank you very much.
Not something you see every day.
Yeah, and we can see that substitutions been made. So Endamandi, what a substitution to be able to bring off the bench. 15 jackals throughout the season. What a player, junior Springbok in his time.
No, well, it's not going to be where your director of rugby has slapped someone in the face, is it? So just here, please. Number 12 for the tackle. Thank you. Thank you. The discipline team after the game will look after that, Billy. Back you go, please. Back you go, please. Listen to me. I've just been really clear. Discipline will look after it after the game. It is not for now. Back you go, please.
So I think the referee's been really clear in all his communication this game, Charlie, saying that the disciplinary committee, quite rightly, will deal with it after the game.
Yeah, 100%.
There'll probably be lots of opinions being put in, but for now, there's a game to finish and an important one.
Still 6 minutes left.
That this is a complete error to come back for this penalty.
Yeah, I think there'll probably be extra time on the clock. I'm not sure our clock will be
and blue ball. It doesn't make sense.
Accurate with the referees.
Your team has come onto the pitch, so it's going to be a penalty on the 15-metre line from where it's happened. Okay, Alex, thank you. But
so that said, he has made a decision.
Yeah.
I think he's given a penalty against Pirates.
It's just taking me a little bit of time to process it. We've got to the right outcome, so let's not worry about it now.
And Worcester will be back in possession. So again, they've built really nicely, Charlie, but just not to anybody's fault who's on the field, find themselves losing possession and being drilled back down to.
Which could have obviously been quite a pivotal moment as well. For the first time we actually really looked a bit dangerous, but hopefully it doesn't let us disrupt that bit of momentum that we were building there.
Yeah, it's a huge moment and a huge kick to accompany it. I think Will Reid has been rather imperious today, Charlie, with his probing, his kicking game, and just this continuity and keeping his team in the right areas of the field.
Yeah, I agree. Like, not only kicking threat, but sniping down, picking up off other people that are making line breaks. It's really been a threat everywhere.
Here we go again. There. Cannon had a huge gain, huge lot of impact out to. Just can't quite connect, but well down.
We're gathered by Harry Yates there. Peter Everett. Carrying big there.
Nice and easy, lads.
Bonbon still going, still carrying, still so strong.
Yes. No hands! No hands! No, Worcester!
See Pirates still going after it.
Sinclair, Chester there. Ribbons.
He's only ever on the body. He's only ever on the body.
Beckinsale to Yates.
Lots of phases here, Charlie, but not quite making the metres that they need to. Defence is strong from Worcester.
Sinclair to Everett again, bumping off to Eden. Beckinsale to Rory Sutter. Fresh on the pitch there, replacing Josh King.
What a turnover. I've talked about him now. He's just put his... Endemandy so quick over that ball, but then just a little knock on. Game's just got a bit scrappy, hasn't it, Charlie?
Yeah.
I think
a lot of kicking today, a lot of scrums. I think there's going to be a lot of tired boys out there, so as they're getting tired, I think it's who can be keeping that skill nice and high in those moments where you aren't really low.
Yeah, just under 6 minutes to go, and at the beginning of the game, Charlie, we didn't have a scrum for 20 minutes. Now it feels like that's pretty much all we've been doing.
Scrum to kick to scrum to kick.
Yeah.
I'm sure those front row boys are going to be tired tonight.
They certainly are. It's lucky they've got super subs to come on and relieve them.
Crouch.
Just looking there, I think Alfie Petch has taken his leave. What achievement for Petch, winning his 50th cap for the side.
Really big achievement for the big man. Gone really well this year.
Here's Matty Ward, ball in hand, had a strong carry, but well dealt with by 3 defenders. Everett again, ever present, driving forward, supported by 2 teammates.
Real good
Kapesic still going after it and still winning possession.
I'm not letting you go quickly.
And again, we can just see the experience, Charlie, of,
only man on his feet, the first arriving player goes off his feet.
He didn't play for England by mistake, did he?
No. That are the small moments in the games like that, though, when support is that tiny bit late, doesn't get it quite quick enough, and it can get snapped at that quickly.
And it feels like those moments have really gone in more in the favour of the Worcester Warriors today.
I think they've done really well at just stacking up those little wins consistently, whether it's little turnovers here and there, winning the scraps, it all adds up, and then when it gets to this point in the game, having that many points up above, it's always going to be hard to come back from that.
It's another opportunity for Worcester Warriors on the 5 metre line. Back to that man and Kocher. It's been aerially fabulous.
Hit up to Eden there, met by Harry Yates. Chester Ribbons, potential turnover there for Pirates.
Yeah, that's John Stevens again showing his experience.
You're in possession. They're on the ground from the previous breakdown. They can't get out of there. Scrum, big ball. Here we go. Just here.
So just into the closing minute of the game.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Time off.
And I think it would be fair to say that the result has probably shown the dominance of the Worcester Warriors today, Charlie.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've done really well playing in the right areas at the right times. Obviously that first half they kicked a lot, really put us into hard times trying to catch that ball clean and play from there, and then also playing in those right areas when they're looking to kick, and then sniping down the edges, making sure that we're staying on at all times. I think they played really well there.
Gav Cattle said earlier in the week that you'd see where you were sitting and how you were progressing. What do you think the overall feelings will be for the Cornish Pirates after today?
I think the overall feelings for that would be, like, obviously today hasn't gone our day, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I think there's stuff we can work on and move on from that, little connections wise, that just sometimes goes, but I think as far as we're concerned, just stick to our process and keep going as we're going. Obviously this is a good team, we've got good players, and they've built something good this season, so don't take anything bad from that, just move on and try and play the best we can for the rest of the season. Brilliant.
And with that, a brilliant attacking play. Arthur Relton takes it up to the halfway line and then into the hands of Sinclair, but this has kind of been the tale of the day, really. Just couldn't quite keep possession for long enough to make it count. Conversely, I think, and we've had the two Worcester coaches standing up here with us, Charlie, I think there was a bit of relief as they clapped hands together and went downstairs. I think they knew they were in for a fight when they came, and a fight they've certainly had, but they have shown again that depth and strength of squad and some of the experience of the likes of Kovacic and others within that squad has told a tale today. Yeah, 100%. I think today, regardless, it's always going to be a big battle. Obviously, two big packs going at it, one experienced team against a quite new team, Worcester, but obviously they've bonded very well this season, and to come away with the connections that they've had and play the way they have has been really, really good. Absolutely. Just possibly into the final moments. Kovacic down the short side, but a little knock on will again give us another scrum. A forward pass on that occasion.
There, fellas.
Looking like a Pirates scrum here, just inside their half.
Yeah, what have they got? What's Louis Sinclair got up his sleeves? He wants to run, he wants to bring his players around him into the game, which is what he's done so well all season. Be in Bristol colours next season, I understand.
Yeah, moving to Bristol with
Sol Moody
as well. Yeah, very good friends them two as well, so I'm sure they'll be very happy to be going with each other.
Out to Chester Ribbons and out into the hands of a man who's been very busy, Arthur Relton, bouncing his way through tackles, skipping, sliding, but not quite able to capitalise on that bit of possession. And that brings us to the close of the game. We've touched on it. Worcester Warriors having the lion's share of possession, but capitalising upon opportunities very, very well, and coming out the victors here at the Mennaye on Ladies' Day.
Well played, all the best. Thank you. Cheers. Well done.
I think Pirates will be one of those days where you have to take your lessons from it and move on. Obviously, discipline at the start wasn't where we were hoping we wanted to be. Early yellow card as well didn't help, but came back with a little bit of a fighting chance, but just quite couldn't see it through today.
Final score here at the Mennaye: Worcester Warriors 29, Cornish Pirates 7. But the road to the playoffs continues, Charlie, and there's 5 more games to go. Important points to be grabbed.
Yeah.
And we'll have a look at what's up and coming in a few moments. Just see some highlights coming here. Back to that first half. Kovacic so confident on the ball, finding Nalago down the edge. Easy running for the big man.
think this just sums up the day. Obviously, transition was really, really big, and from Worcester to capitalise on that, get some scores on early doors, means that Pirates are always going to be chasing that game. Maybe a little bit too hard to the point where they'll penalising themselves by trying to get off the line, be really eager to make them big hits, but then whether that's hit man off the ball or potentially rising up on the tackle, giving away high tackles, I think that just sums up how the day's gone today. But really, really well played from Worcester today. Hats off to them.
Yeah, this one, Rory Taylor just pushing through, getting boot to ball, and then doing the hard yards, the dirty work, the unseen work, just pushing through. And again, the benefactor, Lloyd Williams. 2 early scores for the visitors. The third one, after building relentless pressure, was a relatively straightforward feed over the line. And that took them 3 tries to the good, Charlie, pretty early on. However, Pirates stayed in it, but just little probing from that man, Will Reed. Connection to find Nkocha, who's been absolutely fantastic today.
He has been everywhere. Obviously, gone up in the linehouse, lots and lots, winning good ball for Worcester. Really relentless defender as well. Loves getting off the line and trying to make a big hit, which I think Worcester have done it very well overall today. And really good carry threat as well. Actually, he loves a big carry, steaming onto the ball, making it hard for them Pirates boys to get a good collision on him.
So some rare points of attack in play for the Pirates, but capitalised really well on this one. It was Mawson, then it was Ribbons, who's had a big game today, and then Matty Ward getting on the score sheet. The tries kept coming. Worcester Warriors persistent in their actions. Just building pressure, creating an opportunity for Juan Gonzalez. Just a simple 3v2 down the right-hand side, and the Uruguayan international was not going to stop from there. Just an update on the scores. Bedford Blues runaway winners in the end at Cambridge by 50 points to 21. Amped Hill, big win for them at Richmond by 62 points to 14. We know the score here at the Mennaye. Ealing Trailfinders turning that one around, Charlie, and getting a win, 21 points to 5, but Caldy made it tough for them.
Yeah, obviously at half-time it was 5-0 to Caldy, wasn't it? So for Ealing to turn around and do that, fair play.
And up at Coventry, London Scottish, Coventry came back into it and got themselves a good win, 40 points to 17 over London Scottish. And of course, tomorrow's game, Nottingham against Chinner. If we take a look at the table and the effect that has had on the table, no change at the top. Apologies for the flashing of the table. No change at the top. Still very, very tight in the middle. Still 2 points separating 5 to 8. Again, that game to come tomorrow. The Nottingham one all important.
To play for, all to play for.
Absolutely.
Result that we were hoping for, and unfortunately history did repeat itself. How are you feeling after that performance?
Oh, look, I think it was a completely different contest to the last one. I think the wind played its part. It was quite tricky, wasn't it, ball handling wise. Credit to Worcester, capitalised on 2 turnovers. I think we sort of gifted them a couple of our errors, but that's the game. And then from there they turned the screw, and you can see like they've got a lot of experience in that team to put that game to bed, so no credit to them.
I think in the first half though, the defence, you were all over Worcester, and that interception as well of that conversion, I was very impressed by that.
Yeah, look, I just felt we didn't give the best account of ourselves, but you've got to credit Worcester in and around the breakdown, the collision there. I think the last 4 or 5 weeks we haven't had that intensity, and we knew it would be a level up, but that's something we've got to look at next week going into Bedford.
And you're going to come back stronger against Bedford?
Well, look, that's the aim. We've got a lot of boys chomping at the bit as well, so there's competition for places. Yeah, look, we've got to turn it around. If we want to make these playoffs, we've got to go away, and we know we have to turn over one of the bigger teams. So, look, first and foremost, we need to look at ourselves around the collision going into next week, because when we get that right, then we're quite a tough team to stop. But today, like I said, got to give credit to Worcester.
They did play very well.
Yeah, they did.
Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's go and catch up with Tom, the Worcester coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys did an amazing job out there. How is team morale?
You can probably hear it in the background. No, look, brilliant, and obviously we've got a big travelling support as well. I think 750 fans plus have made the journey down, so look, we gave them the performance that they deserve, so it's outstanding, yeah.
So there's going to be big celebrations on the coach back then?
Yeah, I think we'll be hungover by the time we get back, to be fair, but no, look, it's a well-earned drink after a great performance.
Well, congratulations again, Tom, and enjoy the celebrations. Thank you. Back to you, Susie.
So thanks to Amy for catching up with the coaches, and we can see the vocal support and the travelling supporters all the way down the M5, A30 from Worcester. We can see the round, that's games coming up on round 22 next weekend. Chinnail will be hosting Cambridge, that's on Friday the 3rd of April at 5 o'clock kickoff. Hartbury hosting London Scottish on Saturday the 4th of April. 2:30 kickoff. Amt Hill will be hosting Doncaster Knights on April the 4th. That kickoff at 3 o'clock. Coventry Rugby will be holding the ever impressive Caldy, who built Boyd by today, on Saturday the 4th of April at 3 o'clock. Ealing Trailfinders will be hosting Nottingham Rugby on Saturday the 4th of April at 3 o'clock. Bedford Blues, big win for them today, will be hosting Cornish Pirates on Saturday the 4th of April. The kickoff is at 3 o'clock. And finally, Richmond will be hosting Worcester Warriors on Saturday the 4th of April. That kickoff will be at 3 o'clock. We'll be bringing you all the Championship Rugby games live on Clubber TV. We thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a fabulous day down here on Ladies' Day at the Mennaye. Worcester Warriors coming out victorious by 29 points to 7, and we very much look forward to your company in the very near future. I'm Susie Appleby. I've been with Charlie, and we're wishing you a very good day and good evening.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I want to go up there.